All right, just got done here today with patients and was thinking about a conversation I had with another patient early this morning with regards to some changes she wants to make. She's kind of stuck from a health perspective in a spot where doesn't know what to do, doesn't know where to start, has started some stuff and failed, quote unquote, and just kind of lost. And it got me thinking just about this garden project I'm working on at home, to be honest with you. We've got a bunch of sweet corn in there, and to lack of a better way to describe it, it's been a pain in the butt. I thought like I'd till some stuff up, I put some seeds in, and we'd have some corn in like 3 months on there. It's been far from that. And I'll tie all this stuff together. It's going to make more sense than the crazy story you can hear from me. But bottom line is this, is that you have to plant seeds. And with that, with a lifestyle change, whether you want to lose some weight, you want to get into shape, you want to find some success at your job, you want to have a better relationship with your kids or your parents or your spouse or whatever that is, that thing you're chasing right now that you can't figure out how to catch and you get frustrated by it, you got to start with some seeds. Like seeds are small and they're small and they turn into something greater when they're nurtured, when they're taken care of. And I think that's the thing with my garden I'm talking about on there is that I planted some seeds. I let the rain hit it. I let the sun hit it. I let the whatever hit it. I didn't spend a lot of time nurturing our garden, nurturing those seeds. Next thing I know, I look over, there's a bunch of weeds growing in it. And the weeds, unfortunately, when you get a lot of weeds, the seeds don't germinate. It takes all the nutrients from what it is you want to grow on there. And I think of this from a life perspective is that I can plant seeds, little seeds, but if I don't spend the time to water those seeds, if I don't work on taking care of the other stuff that's getting in my way, the distractions in my life, the things I keep tripping over from a dietary perspective, if I don't clean out my refrigerator, get all the crap out of it, if I don't get rid of the stuff out of the cupboard that I shouldn't be eating on there, if I don't create a schedule for my workouts to make it easier for me to hit them, if I don't get the right equipment to help myself out, I will not be able to water those seeds effectively and the weeds are going to start to grow. When the weeds grow, the seeds don't sprout. When the seeds don't sprout, you lose hope and you lose hope. You stop, you quit, you don't get the result you're looking for. And you say, you know what, it didn't work. When in all reality, you didn't water the seeds. So again, you got to start with the seeds. You got to nurture the seeds with it that are on there. You got to weed your garden a little bit more on there. You got to spend the time on those relationships. You got to spend the time mastering your craft if you're talking work-related type of stuff. You've got to find the discipline. That's watering the seeds on there. And that's the thing is that don't lie to yourself. Don't expect the seeds to grow if you're not willing to put the effort and the work into it. And here's the thing. The seeds and the nurturing aren't big, huge, massive things. They're simple little things you do consistently over a course of time that ultimately get you where it is you want to go on there. So bottom line is this. Figure out what it is that you really want to change and figure out what are those seeds? What are those things? What are the 3 simple things I'm going to work on changing to make this thing work on there? And then what are the weeds that are going to get in the way? What are the potential weeds that almost guarantee are going to show up in some capacity? How are you going to either prevent them from coming in on there? What's your weed control? Or how do you get rid of them when they start showing up? The more you think about it, the more you understand that ahead of time, it's easier to get yourself in a mindset that, you know what, when they show up, it's not that big of a deal. I knew you guys were coming. We're going to take care of you. We're going to keep moving forward on there. And that's the thing is that over a course of time, you plant enough seeds, you water them, you weed them over that period of time, you're going to start to see some harvest from it. You're going to see some fruit or food bear on the seeds that you planted on there. But it takes time. And that's the thing. Most people aren't willing to put the time in or wait that time out to get to a better spot where you actually recognize what it is that you put that effort into to begin with on there. You got to have patience. You got to have some perseverance. You got to have a little bit of endurance when things get hard and the weeds show up on there. But when you got a game plan, you got a vision for where you're going, it gets a heck of a lot easier to do it on there. So again, all I'm saying here is like no matter what change you want to make, what are the seeds you got to plant? Where the weeds are going to show up, recognize that. Be willing and tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to have to put some time in this. I'm going to have to put some effort into this. Write that vision out. Write the goal down, where it is that you're going and what you're going to run into along the way. And then get somebody along the ride with you that's going to help you pull your head out of your gutter when you get stuck, when you run into that wall of it. Because guess what? You will. At some point in time, it's a guarantee on that end of it. But when you do these things, you recognize those things on the front end of it, it's a lot easier to make a change with it. So again, hopefully this helps somebody. If you lost a little bit of hope, it starts with small seeds. If you planted those seeds, you're frustrated right now, remember, are you weeding your garden? Are you paying attention to that over a course of time? If you are, you'll get there. Keep riding out. Find some endurance right now when it's hard on there. And while you're going through that, if you smile a little bit more, it's a lot easier to keep yourself on track, even when the outside results aren't matching what it is you want the inside. So here's the thing. You'll figure it out. You'll get there. Put the time in. It's going to be well worth it.